that whenever you are moving house in the UK, it's not like you just pack your things, you move to the house. You have to change your addresses. You have to change a lot of things. Because I was desperate at that time, I already had 2 days to leave my old place. 2 days. And then she told me once you've paid holding deposit, it cannot be given back to you unless you choose another property within their same agency. If you rent a house and they are taking their inventory, please be taking your own inventory. Be taking your own inventory for your own record, for your own peace of mind, for your own evidence. Guys, when she sent me that checkout file, the things they have stated that I have spoiled in the property, I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I sent the email. Nobody came to fix the door. The shower door was not fixed. I don't know my fate. But from the reports and the long list of things they said I have spoiled in that flat, I know that my £1,000 is gone. It's gone and gone. Hello and welcome once again to another episode here on a girl's YouTube channel, guys. How are you doing? I know you're doing absolutely amazing. If it is the first time I've come across my channel, hello, how are you doing? My name is Becca. I'm a migrant nurse. This is a quick follow-up video on the video I did explaining how I became homeless. If I say homeless, that doesn't mean I was sleeping under the bridges, but I lost access to a home for a reasonable number of days, and that ended me taking a decision to live in my car for a period until I got a permanent place. Okay, so a follow-up video, I'm going to explain how that came about, and also how I lost £1,500 in housing deposits here in the UK. If you watch this video up to the end, probably there are a couple of things you can learn from me, because my money is lost. After going through all of these things, I still lost money at the end of the day. Okay, so your internet sister, I don't hide anything from you guys. I tell you, I bring you unfiltered truth so that I learn, especially for the newbies, if you are coming to the UK for the first time. And as you can see, guys, I'm in my new place. As I said in my previous video, I'm in my new place, I'm in my new space, and my mental health is back to normal. I'm back on track. Okay, guys, so it all started, as I said, on the 9th of October. I knew that my rent was going to expire on the 9th of October, so I put in my intention to leave the flat. But what happened was that things happened really quick. Okay, so from the time they made an agent, if you want to understand really how this video, the explanation I'm giving in this video, you need to go back to watch that video that I said I am homeless. But in that video, because I was quite muddled up and I couldn't put one or two together in my mind, I was muddled up. I couldn't really explain the situation. Okay, so when the agent came to view the house, the landlord increased the house, blah blah blah. I said I couldn't afford, or it wasn't in my budget for that type of house and that type of space. I wasn't happy to pay that amount of money. Immediately I said that they put the house up on Zoopla for advertisement. So people showed interest. Few days after they put up the advert, people showed interest. So I was even at home when they called me that they wanted to come and do house viewing. I was like, okay, I'm home. If they want to come and view, they can come and view. So 4 people came to view the house, 3 ladies and a gentleman. And after they left, I think one of them expressed their interest to rent the house. But I told the agent that though I've put in my intention to leave the flat, but I may need an extension, so she should wait a little. Then she even reassured me to tell me that the person who is interested in the property actually is not in a hurry to move into the property, to have a lot of time. Okay, so I asked for an extension when I wasn't finding an accommodation. And guys, if I say I wasn't finding an accommodation, you guys know that this UK, some houses are not habitable. I'm not going to lie to you. Some of the houses, it's not a house that you'll be happy sleeping in, to be honest with you, because the houses are very tiny. And no, I wouldn't sleep in such a house. I'm so sorry. So I was seeing houses that I wasn't happy with. The ones that I was happy with were quite far. Okay, so factors were not put, like, it was not clicking for me, because my I work where I work needs to be close at least to where I live. Although I drive, but there are some kind of driving that when you put one or two together, it doesn't make sense. Driving like 1 hour to go to work with the same salary, and I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. So I was finding some houses that were quite far. They were very far from my workplace, and I wasn't happy with that. And then along the line, when I realized that my tenancy was getting very, very close, I wasn't still able to find like a house of my choice. And if I say this also is because when I came to the UK, since I came to the UK, my fourth house is the house, that studio house I was living in, is my fourth accommodation. And you guys know that whenever you are moving house in the UK, it's not like you just pack your things, you move to the house. You have to change your addresses. You have to change a lot of things. You have to change your GP surgery. You have to change your address on every document you have registered. And I've done quite a lot of things with my addresses. You have to arrange, or you have to apply to vote at your new place. It's like everything about your life goes on a restart. You have to change everything once your address changes, because that address is still on the system. Okay, so I wanted a place that is going to be standard, so that once I move to like a place, a new address, I know that that address is going to be standard, and I wasn't going to change address at least anytime soon. Okay, so I decided to look for a standard place, right? So when I realized that the tenancy was getting very, very close and I wasn't getting a place, I called the agent and told her. And then she told me that unfortunately, the person that showed interest in moving into the house or renting the house actually wants to like get the house on the 26th of October. That means that I have to leave before the 26th of October. Because when I leave, they have to clean the house, they have to do inventory, check that things that are spoiled to check and blah 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 before the new person comes in. So that didn't give me any time at all. So along the line, out of like desperation and everything, I saw this flat and then I went to view. It wasn't too close to work, but what can I do? It wasn't really close, but there was nothing I can do about it. So I paid a holding deposit. When we talk about a holding deposit, it's like the money that you put forward to show your interest in a property, okay? So you have to say that, okay, I like this property, I intend to rent it, but get this money or take this money to hold it for me so that anybody cannot come and take the property. So I went to see this 2-bedroom house, very beautiful house. If I try to get pictures of the house, I'll post it in this video for you guys to see. It was a very beautiful flat, not a house. It was a 2-bedroom, 1 master bed and the other bed. It was furnished. The location wasn't bad. It wasn't really, really like close to work, but at least it was okay. I looked at the size of the flat and it was so tiny. And the price is not cheap. The price of the flat is not cheap. And sometimes people are very quick to say that, why don't you leave where you are to another place? It's not that easy for us on tier 2 sponsorship to just leave a job and go to another place, because when you are going to another place, you are now going to seek for another job. You have to apply for the job, wait for certificate of sponsorship, wait for another visa application, go through that process to get your visa, your new BRP before you can start a new job. So for me, changing job was like, I wasn't even thinking of that at all, because I've already changed job twice in 2 years, and I've changed accommodation 4 times in 2 years. So now I wanted more of stability so that I wouldn't look like I'm not serious. Moreover, I have a family. If my family should plan, or if I plan to bring my family to the UK anytime soon, I can't be living my life like a pauper. I need to get a standard place so that anytime when I'm ready for my family to come to the UK, I know that my life is a bit on track and my life is standard. So I wanted a standard place, okay? So I went to see this flat. It was a 2-bedroom, furnished, as I said. When I saw it, because I was desperate, it wasn't something that I really wanted because the space was not enough for me. But because I was desperate at that time, I already had 2 days to leave my old place. 2 days. And I still hadn't got a place. When you find accommodation and you try to tell them that, like, you are trying to explain to them that I want to view the house. I want to view the house. They will tell you that they've done block viewing. Block viewing means that they've arranged like a number of people to view in a particular day. They can't arrange viewing for only one person because maybe they are busy doing their own thing. So on that day, they fix all of you to come and view the house at separate time, and then whoever is interested in the house goes for it. Sometimes the date they will put for the viewing is after my rent has expired at my old place, so it doesn't even work for me at all. So when I saw this 2-bedroom flat, I paid the holding deposit of close to £500. And I went to view the flats, everything. I said, okay, let me just pay holding deposit because I'm desperate. I don't even have a place to go. So let me just pay. I paid the holding deposit. And then a day after I paid the holding deposit, I found a house that I felt was okay for me. Right. So I called that agent that I paid the holding deposit to for that flat and told her, she was a lady, I told her that I'm so sorry to like say this, but I've gotten a place that I feel like I like more than that place because it's more spacious and it's like big enough for me. And then she told me once you've paid holding deposit, it cannot be given back to you unless you choose another property within their same agency. Otherwise, they can't give the property to you. Otherwise, they can't give your deposit back to you. And their houses that they were showing me were very, very, very far. Some as far as 40 something miles from my work. And they are telling me they can't give my deposit back to me. So guys, this is tip number 1. If you are not ready for a house, if you are not ready to take a house, please don't go and pay holding deposit. Otherwise, you lose your money. So I paid holding deposit for that house. And I found a new place I liked, and that was the end. I didn't get that money back, close to £500. It just went waste. All right, so by the grace of God, I got this new place I liked. This place, to be honest, I didn't view. So when I saw the property online, I called the agent that was advertising the property. It was on Zoopla. So Zoopla is a website that a lot of houses put their houses up to advertise for rent and for sale. So when I saw this house, I called the agent and then they told me they had block booking or block viewing on Wednesday. And that date was not going to work for me. So immediately I cut the call. I was like, that Wednesday will not work for me. I really like the property. The price is cool for the location. It's very spacious, as I was seeing in the picture online. But unfortunately, that block booking will not work for me because I don't even have time to even view at all. So when I cut the call, my intention was to look for like other properties. Then I called one of my friends and then I explained the situation, and then my friend told me, no, the way things are going, don't even tell them, call them back and tell them you don't want to view the property at all. You are happy to move into the property. Don't view the property at all. So anyway, I called them back, told them that, listen, I want the property anyhow it is. As I'm seeing it online, I believe strongly that is how it is and I want to go into the property. So the guy was like, okay, if that be it, then let's start doing your referencing. And you know, in the UK, it's not like you've seen a house, you have your money, you just pay your rent, you move into it. No, they need to be sure that the price of the rent you can pay. And also, usually there is a cutoff salary for every type of house you want to rent. So they have to make sure that your salary you are earning meets that property bracket or the amount of money you are earning, like you can afford that property basically. So they need to do an employment check. You have to submit your bank account. There need to be an amount of savings actually in your bank account for you to be able to rent that property. That was what I was told. So they asked for my bank account, they asked for the amount of money in the bank account, they asked for the bank account to authenticate that, they asked for my pay slips, they asked for referencing from work to actually call or email to follow up to show that yes, really I work there and that money they are seeing on the pay slip is actually like my salary and all of those bits. They asked for 2 references, so I had to get like a friend to also help me with the referencing and all of those bits. So whilst we were doing that, my tenancy had already expired and I didn't have a place to go, and that was the frustration I used to film that video. Okay, so fast forward, I got a place, I moved in, all of the shambles of the brouhahas ended. Slept in my car for some time, a couple of days, and I'm sure somebody is wondering, why didn't you sleep in a hotel? Yes, as I said in the video, it's not like I didn't want to sleep in a hotel, but hotels are quite expensive, you guys. A night can be like £200 in London, you guys, you know, especially when you didn't book ahead of time and you are like booking impromptu like that. And why would I rent a hotel when I'll not be sleeping that night? At night I'm going to work. It's only the day that I need a place to sleep. So I wouldn't pay 100 and something pounds, £200 to sleep in a hotel for 5 days. That's 1,000 and something pounds. and already I'm going to pay rent and deposit and everything. No. So I just needed to compromise myself for a bit to at least wait for that phase of my life to pass. Anyway, I got this property. I moved in. A girl was happy. My mental health was now coming back to normal and intact. 3 days after, I didn't hear anything from my previous house. You know, when you rent a house in UK, give a deposit. For those who do not know, a deposit means that money is being put on hold, so that when you are leaving the property, they will come and take an inventory, and then based on if anything is spoiled, is that your deposit that they will use to repair whatever is spoiled. So that my old flats, I paid a deposit of £1,000. Okay, so usually the deposit should be 5 to 6 weeks of your rent that you are paying per month. So I paid a deposit of £1,000, which was being kept on hold. The day I was leaving and I was handing over my keys, they came to take an inventory. And guys, let me tell you this for free. If you rent a house and they are taking their inventory, please be taking your own inventory. Be taking your own inventory for your own record, for your own peace of mind, for your own evidence. When I was renting the house a year ago, I took videos. But unfortunately, due to change of phone, device, gadgets, I lost those videos. I didn't have any evidence. So I called, they came to take the inventory, and they told me they would get me an inventory checkout file. And then they'll send a copy to the landlord. When the landlord is happy with the inventory, then we'll discuss my deposit. Okay. 3 days, I didn't hear anything. So I did a follow-up call. So I called the agent and I was like, it's been like 3 days. I haven't heard anything about my deposit. Not heard anything about the checkout file or whatever. So if you could like give me an update. Then she said, okay, the checkout file is there with her. She will send it to me. Guys, when she sent me that checkout file, the things they have stated that I have spoiled in the property, I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was looking at the inventory report and I was asking myself, when did I spoil this? When did I spoil that? Didn't I meet this in the flat spoiled already? And I remember the shower door. I'll try to fix in those things like for you guys to see. Okay. I remember my shower door got spoiled. I called them. They told me to send an email to support blah, 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 whatever. I sent the email. Nobody came to fix the door. The shower door was not fixed. Ideally, they're supposed to fix it because I reported it months before I left. They didn't come to fix it. They put it in my inventory to say that I spoiled it and I didn't report. There was something, is like a mark on one of the kitchen cabinets. It was there. It was there before I moved to the house. They pictured it and added it to my inventory. They said I did it. Yeah. There was a watermark in the bathroom. I don't know what caused that, but it was in that flat before I went. They pictured it. They said I did it. There are some of the things that were true. I did them and I knew it was going to be part of my inventory. But there were a lot of things, guys, I didn't do it. But because I don't have evidence to justify it, they said I did it. And it's been captured in my inventory. So fast forward, now they said they will use my deposit to repair those things. If it does not amount to if the repairs does not amount to the money, it means I'm going to top up. Or if there is surplus, they'll give me back my surplus. So as I'm filming this video, a beautiful Friday, I don't know my fate, but from the reports and the long list of things they said I have spoiled in that flat, I know that my £1,000 is gone. It's gone and gone. It's gone and never to come back. So guys, my advice to you that you take from this video is that if you are not ready to rent a house a flat, don't give deposit. Once you give your deposit, it's gone and it's gone for good. Number two, if you happen to rent the house, as you are moving in, be taking your inventory. As they are taking their inventory, be taking your own inventory. Capture everything capturable. Video everything videoable for your own evidence for the future. Because there can be a crack on the wall. There can be a watermark on the wall. There can be something like the wall can be dirty somewhere. In future, they'll say you did it. Because they don't want to release that deposit. I don't know if it's a strategy to keep the deposit, but they will say you did it and you will lose your money. I'm telling you this for free. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. Try and give this video a big thumbs up. If it's been of benefit to you, let me know in the comment section if any of this basketballs has happened to you in your life before. Let's just gist in the comment section, because guys, I don't know, but this house hunting chronicles is choking me. It's just choking me. Anyway, guys, until we meet again in my next video, is bye.